fact. This is what I live. This is what I breathe.
There's a woman in front of him saying, lock him up.
I'm being honest with you. You allow Black Lives Matter on campus, but you don't allow white power on campus. Why not? It's the same. Both are hate group, but neither are productive. So if you denounce one, denounce the other.
It's a black guy telling a white woman Black Lives Matter is racist.
I'm being honest with you, bro. I'm being honest with you.
She doesn't know what to say.
Let me tell you something. You were going to say, listen, chill. But let me be honest with you. I just want to say this, right? I want to tell you something right now. African Americans make up 13% of the population, yet commit over 50% of the violent gun and drug crime in the United States.
And you don't think there's a problem with those?
No, that's true. It's 55%.
And if you love black folks, you want to fix that.
95% of that is to other blacks.
I
so me
ignore
as
it.
an African American, I have a 2,000 time more likelihood to be shot and killed by another black man.
That's right.
Leaving this event than I do by a white person.
You don't want to abort black people or shoot them.
So you don't think that's a
2,000 times more percent. I mean, we're killing us as African Americans. We're killing each other. That's what the real problem is.
Yo, this is a reverse mirror. She supposed to be talking.
I'm being honest with you. That's what the problem is. That's what the
guy
problem
comes over and tells him,
is.
shut up.
My brother right here. We got to stand.
And I'm narrating for radio listeners.
Oh, but listen. I'm being honest. If Obama would have stood up and said, look, we're killing each other, we've got a problem within the African American community, he would have been phenomenal. But he's going to make it white people and
He hired Owen Schroyer. I want to find this guy. I want to hire him either where he's at
I'm 2,000
or
times
to come
more
here. This
likely
guy is our next
to be shot
reporter.
and killed by another black man leaving this event tonight.
And they'll call this guy Uncle Tom. No, he actually cares about black people.
That's where the
That's what's killing black people.
That's sad. I can't hang out in black neighborhoods. I can't do that. I can't because it's a risk for me. It's a risk. It's sad. There's a problem within the African American community.
This guy is capable of brainwashing. I want this guy as a reporter right now.
Obama didn't address it because he wanted to
Can we reach out and find this guy?
Al Sharpton didn't address it because he's making millions of dollars off of victimizing African Americans. Trust me. Kevin Martin coming to you from InfoWars.
We got Kevin Martin. Probably haven't heard his name, but I think he will be. Kevin Martin, good to meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you. I really like what you're doing here at InfoWars, and it's been a real inspiration, and I really appreciate you having me.
Don't thank me.
Bill Clinton and President Obama did the same thing when they were in office. So what about that? Was that unconstitutional too?
You can see Kevin Martin, one of our auxiliary reporters, full report at Infowars.com. Kevin Martin was just a great young man.
Owen Schroyer and InfoWars contributor Kevin Martin in studio with me right now.
So you're going to be back later in the third hour with Milo, co-hosting with us and popping in. What do you want to tackle first, and what are you going to cover when you join Milo and myself?
75% of African-American households don't have a father. They have a daddy, but there's no father. And 95% of those father figures are in the system, the criminal justice system. 98% are in jail.
Yeah, well, you sound perfect. You know what I'd like you to do here? And I'll just start talking about the operation here. I'd like you to be a reporter, but I'd also like you to be a part of the sales team, marketing, everything. I can tell, just it's awesome.
Kevin Martin here with Infowars.com, and we are here in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas, and we're here to see what people think about Donald Trump and his travel ban. Let's go.
What do I think of his travel ban?
Yeah, of immigrants, Muslim immigrants.
It's the f***ing worst.
It's the worst? And why do you say it's the worst?
It's discrimination.
Discrimination against who in particular?
The human race.
Well, are you going to keep Iraqis out by building a f***ing wall?
No, we're going to ban them from coming in for 3 months till we figure out what's going on. Shouldn't we take care of Americans first?
Yeah,
I think we should too. I think that's what Donald Trump has in mind.
I think so too, man.
God bless you, brother.
I mean, here you are witnessing all this. What do you make of it? I mean, they tried to, stop Milo from speaking.
Well, Alex, I think the biggest thing is that they call it, the tolerant left. But one thing I realized here is that, they call it the tolerant left and that we're accepting to everybody. But one thing that we would all agree on and that I would argue is that, listen, if you are not a liberal, you're not accepted, okay? You can be gay, you can be transgender, you can be black, you can be an immigrant, you can be Muslim, but if you do not talk, walk, think, and believe the way they do, you're an outcast. You're an outcast. You're homophobic and Islamophobic and a sexist and a racist. And I think too with the Lamont Hill on CNN, calling these
Mediocre.
These mediocre Negroes, you know, going to, you know, the White House to meet with Donald Trump and saying, you know, President Donald Trump, you know, saying that, listen, expressing extreme interest in helping solve the race relations. And it's just sad because my question is if, you know, Ben Carson and you know, if Ben Carson and some of the other prominent African-American figures in the community, if they don't represent the African-American people, then what does? And who's to say that Lamont Hill represents the African-American community? I mean, I honestly think Lamont Hill, I think he should be ashamed of himself. I mean, and just to piggyback off of what you were saying there, Milo, you know, I was down there. I had the, you know, I had the honor, I guess you would say, I had the opportunity to be I was at the Women's March, but I was also at the March for Life. And it's a stark contrast. I mean, I was down there at the Women's March, and I know I'm a man, and who am I to say this, but I did not feel empowered. When I left there, I went back to the hotel. I took 3 showers with bleach and steel wool. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. I did not feel empowered. And it was a bunch of lesbian, just a lot of angry women. And so, and I look on the contrast, on the flip side with the Women's March, you know, with the March for Life, these women were actually women that were military, they had families, they had businesses.
They were powerful.
And I'm like, wow, this is empowering.
They were powerful.
That's power.
Take the Trump.
How do you feel about the news media?
I think a lot of the news media is fake.
How's the president doing?
I think he's doing an absolutely phenomenal job.
It ain't my fault.